This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, June 19th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a system, a fairly significant system moving into the northwest and intermountain west. A bit of a zonal flow and a northwesterly flow around here with a trough over New England. At the surface we have high pressure moving off into the eastern Great Lakes. The flow begins to turn southerly again, so we could see an afternoon shower storm, especially in our western counties. It'll be fairly isolated at that, with temperatures around 80 or so. It'll be a bit warmer here on Thursday as temperatures go into the lower to middle 80s with a chance of a shower or storm around. Be fairly isolated with highs, as I said, in the lower to middle 80s. That looks continue here on Friday. The winds still out of the south and southwest. Still will be an isolated chance at a shower or storm, about 20 to 30% crack during the day, with highs well into the 80s, maybe approaching 90. This also looks continue here into Saturday, with the winds still out of the south and southwest. Some isolated afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms are possible with a low pressure center over the South Dakota and Nebraska. That shifts northward here on Sunday. The winds are still out of the southwest, though, so the chances of showers and storms are a little bit less numerous Sunday, mainly to our northwest and north of the state, with highs around 90 or so. Then Monday, that low-pressure center is occluded at this point, north of Winnipeg. There still could be an isolated shower or storm around here on Monday, but the winds are still southwesterly, so it's still going to be warm. And that even continues into Tuesday. The winds don't change. The winds are still out of the southwest, so that's still going to keep us warm, well into the 80s, maybe around 90. And humidity will still be high, so heat indices well into the 90s. And even a week from today, a 594 heat ridge beginning to build over Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma Panhandle, and New Mexico. We still have a slight northwesterly flow around here. That's going to keep temperatures from being very hot. And the winds are finally calming down. They're not going to be out of the southwest. They'll be kind of light and variable. Highs likely in the 80s, with the rain moving off into the Great Lakes and the southeast. As we head further into Voodoo here on the 30th of June, a 594 ridge over about Memphis or so, extending back toward the state of Iowa. System moving into the U.S.-Canadian border region. And that's going to keep a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity well to our north, and that's going to keep the winds out of the southwest again. Highs likely, if this was to be right, about 90, 92, 93, maybe higher than that, depending. And at the end of the forecast, the 4th of July, we have the main westerly still near the U.S.-Canadian border. The ridge is, the heights have come down slightly, so the heat won't be as bad, but unfortunately, there still could be maybe an isolated shower or storm with the heights coming down slightly, but looks to be fairly isolated at this point with highs around 90, which you would expect around the 4th of July. The satellite image from last evening, we had a cold front moving across the southeast and beginning to dissipate with a few clouds and showers and thunderstorms. A complex of showers and thunderstorms over the plains and up into the prairie provinces of Canada. Watch warning map from last evening was fairly quiet at this point. Several states under red flag warnings, including Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, into Nevada, and some river flood warnings continue as well. The QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts could be in excess of 1 to 2 inches, but that's going to be in very isolated areas. Many areas will receive a lot less than this.